What's up, guys? It's Marauder. I'm trying to get back in the habit of making more YouTube videos because I know I've really slacked on this shit, so I'm back and I'm going to try and make them a little bit more often than I have been because some of you actually seem to like watching them for some reason. Anyway, today is January 20th and I've been debating for a few months now whether or not I even wanted to make this video. If I wanted to bother to acknowledge or deal with the idiots who are undoubtedly going to come out of the woodwork to comment and, you know, tell me they're going to rape me and how much they hate me and fuck Obama and whatever the fuck they want to say. I don't really care, you know. Sorry, dudes. Sucks for you. Anyway, I wanted to really just address Trump. Sorry, it's hard to say without vomiting. So, lately, whenever I go to say anything about Trump, whenever I try to speak out and say my own opinion, whenever anyone tries to, we get called the special snowflakes, and we get told that we can't handle the real world, and that the country voted and you lost, and get over it, and you know, that's cool, like, that's great. If that's how you feel, then good for fucking you, you know, and it would have been nice if, over the past 8 years, you guys listened to your own advice and shut the fuck up every time Obama tried to actually help the country, but you guys didn't, and you know what? We're not gonna shut up every time that Trump wants to fuck up the country, because it's not what we're gonna do. Already, since he's been inaugurated, not even a full 24 fucking hours, he has removed all signs of LGBT and plans for the environment off of the White House website, which is great, right? We don't have any plans now. I'm not really sure where he's going with any of this. I'm not even really sure if he believes half the lies that come out of his own mouth. To be honest, the scariest part of anything is that there's people out here who think this man is giving them intelligent thought, and I don't even know how to begin with that one. I try to present a discussion with people, and I try to talk to them about it, and instead I get bombarded with just ridiculous lies and false reports, and, you know, Hillary this and Obama this, and half these people haven't bothered to watch his fucking speeches. Some of them have literally told me they voted for them and refused to watch his speeches because they know he's an idiot. And you fucking voted for him. And what do we do from here other than protest, other than be loud, other than be heard? You know, you guys want us to shut up, and that's fine, but it's not going to happen because being quiet didn't start any revolutions. Being quiet didn't win women the right to vote. It didn't free slaves. Fuck that. We're not doing that. We're not going to be quiet. Because right now, we're kind of under attack, and many of you may not even realize it because you've got a benefit of being, you know, a cis white male, and you've made it this far in life because you do have a privilege, whether you like to admit it or not. So I wanted to explain to you why we're scared, and why when we voice our fear and you come at us with this stupidity and these, well, better than Obama things, I'm going to tell you exactly why you're wrong. Because the thing about Obama is he was not a perfect president, but he was a president who gave his love and cared for us all, and many of us who felt we didn't have voices before, Obama gave us that voice, and thank you for that, Obama. You are the best president I will see in my lifetime, and I'm sure of that. And it's been amazing, the progress we've made, and no, racism isn't gone. Homophobia is not gone. Sexism isn't gone, but we've been fighting for it, and we've been fighting to rise above all of this, and it's fucking awesome that we're aiming in such a beautiful direction. We were becoming so progressive in everything we were doing, and we're back to square one, where we're not sure if abortions are going to become something we have to fight for again. We're not sure if marriage is something that we're going to have to fight for again. Our ability to love whoever the fuck we want to love. Our ability to access health care. And so, I could go on and on about what a terrible person Trump is in this video, and I'm sure you know he is a terrible person. If you don't, then you're probably a terrible person too, because you've missed it all. You've missed the bullshit and everything that's occurred, and his insanely psychotic speeches. And you know what? That's cool, whatever. But I'm not even going to argue with you about Trump, because you know what? Obviously, my opinion's right here. Fuck Trump. He's not my president, and he's never going to be. But the reason I'm making this video is because, honestly, it's scary. And I know a lot of you feel the same way, and I know a lot of you just think we're whining and we're fucking snowflakes and whatever, but I'm scared that I'm going to lose my right to an abortion, to affordable health care, my right to go to a gynecologist, my right to breast exams. I'm going to lose my rights as a woman, along with a lot of other women, as some of the laws that are being offered are passed. And that's scary, because not all of us can have kids. Not all of us are ready for that. And you know, people always want to bring to the table this discussion about abortion, and so I'm going to bring to you to the table my discussion about abortion. And that's this. I've had an abortion, and I have never regretted it. I've never once thought I would rather be a parent right now. I was an alcoholic. I was abused. And I was in a really bad situation with a guy who honestly is probably a serial killer. That guy, to the point of putting dead animals in my bed. Like, this guy's crazy. And I think every day I could have had a child with him. And not only would that have been bad for me, but that would have been bad for me to bring a child into this world with that as its father. And so sure, maybe I'm evil because of my choice to have an abortion. But let me explain to you why it's important that we can have that choice. Because every day a woman gets raped. Sometimes birth control doesn't work. Sometimes condoms rip. Some of us struggle with mental illness. Some of us work 3 jobs in a day. Some of us can barely take care of ourselves. And you're asking us to continue and bring into the world a child when we can't take care of ourselves. And I ask you, what about that is pro-life? What drives you to think that a child would do better to grow up in an environment knowing it was never wanted and it was never loved? And sure, yeah, there's adoption, but are you going to adopt these children? Where are the fucking people who are going to adopt these children? We're searching for you. We're asking for you. You don't want homosexuals to be able to adopt children, so we already lose that. So what's next? If adoption's the right choice in every circumstance, why are there so many kids sitting in the system right now suffering? Why are there kids who sit there until they're 18 years old and never know family? And you think that's better for them? You really think that that should be the choice that a parent should make is to bring that child into the world and to give it away. I would never have wanted to be brought up like that. I could never do that. It's so cruel and mean to think of these children growing up in an orphanage, and you prefer that, and you don't want to help. You don't want to feed these children. You don't want to clothe these children. You want to take away the parents' ability and their access to EBT. You want to take away their access to WIC and other programs, Medicaid. You want to take away everything that gives them the ability to raise these children and then force them to raise it. And you're not fucking pro-life, no matter what your religion pretends. You're a fucking piece of shit. And if you really believe that any child is better off in the care of someone who can't care for it, then there's something seriously fucking wrong with you. And that's why you have to consider, should abortion be taken away? Should we lose our rights to abortion because some people aren't okay with it? Mostly men who will never make that choice, who will never even understand. Did you know when you go into a clinic, or at least when I didn't just walk in and say, hey, I want an abortion. I had to go through it and I had to watch videos about it. I was questioned and I was counseled, and they asked me if this is what I needed to do and if this is what I wanted to do. They offered to show me the ultrasound. They do try. And I went to Planned Parenthood. And the fact that anyone would want to defund Planned Parenthood is just so horrible, because these people aren't just there for abortions. Less than 3% of any of their funds go to abortion. Your taxes don't pay for abortions. They don't go anywhere near it. You know what your fucking taxes pay for when it comes to Planned Parenthood? You know what most of Planned Parenthood goes to? It gives women birth control who can't afford it. Birth control not just to prevent babies, but birth control that helps them with diseases and painful periods. They offer condoms and free STD testing, ultrasounds, care for pregnant women. They offer you so much beyond what you know them for. And even if you are pro-life, even if you are against abortion, you should be donating to this, because your mothers, your sisters, your cousins, your girlfriends, your wives, we need this. We need this protection. Some of us won't be able to afford to go get breast exams once a year. And so we'd go to Planned Parenthood for free. But what do we do if that's taken away? Do we just suffer? Do we let it go uncaught? I guess I would like the understanding you guys have of pro-life. I would like to know how you sleep at night, knowing that you encourage this cruelty towards children. And I'm sorry, but having a child, bringing a child into this world, it's not a fucking game. It's not something like getting a damn plant for your house or whatever. It's a huge responsibility. You don't just have a child because people tell you to have a child. That's not ever how it works. And for you to want to tell people they have to, fuck that. Fuck you. And fuck Trump. Fuck everyone who thinks that a woman doesn't have a right to her own body. Because you know what? That time period that we spend pregnant, that's 9 fucking months out of our lives. That's 9 months we may not be able to work. We may not be able to afford to be out of work. But we may have to quit our jobs because they're too rough on our systems. That's 9 months where some of us would have to go off medications that are important to our well-being. That's 9 months of your body changing. And sometimes you'll never get it back. Sometimes you won't get back anything, and you can't say that abstinence is the answer, because that's just fucking stupid. Because some of us aren't dumb enough to believe in no sex before marriage. Because some of us aren't dumb enough to live our lives by a book written thousands and thousands of years ago. I live my life written by Harry Potter. No, I'm just kidding, kind of. No, I'm really not. But some of us really do need these options that you want to take away from us. And that's not okay. And I want you to fucking think about that. And every single one of you who says you're pro-life, I expect you to be adopting a fucking child by this time next year. Because if you want these children so badly, if you want these children to be born into a world with parents who can't raise them, then I challenge you to help. I challenge you to not just be some shitty person behind your computer telling us all we're terrible fucking people. I challenge you to fucking adopt that child. I challenge you to house that child, to feed that child, to donate to a family in need, to donate to a single mother. And unless you're willing to do all that, then I don't think you have any right to speak on whether or not we can have an abortion. And the worst thing is, it's not even the only thing that could be changing right now. There's gay marriage and LGBT rights and the right to use a fucking bathroom, guys. Why are we fighting about this? Why do you care? What kind of fucking pervert are you that you give a shit what bathroom someone uses? Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Someone wants to go into the girls' bathroom dressed like a female, they're going to do it whether they're trans or not. And most likely those people, they're not fucking trans anyway. There's been crimes committed before where women have been murdered in bathrooms already. Before you fucking pass these stupid laws, before you've tried these things, before you've tried to place the fucking blame. And you're an idiot if you think that that's gonna change. Because the bathroom will become no more a dangerous place than it already is if we allow people to use the bathroom designated for them. But you know what? It'll become safe for the trans people that you want to send into a men's bathroom, though they're a woman. Or vice versa. You're putting their lives in danger over homophobia, over transphobia, and it's disgusting. With gay marriage, I can't begin to explain why I don't fucking get it. I don't understand why you feel like this affects you. I don't understand why you feel like someone's right to love someone should ever be into question. Because the Bible isn't what our laws are based on, guys. And if your only reason for not wanting gay marriage is the Bible, then you have a serious fucking problem. Focus on yourself. Focus on your own marriages. Hey, half of you are fucking divorced. That's not okay either, but hey, suddenly that's okay because we can focus on whether or not gays can marry, right? Because what on earth will happen if gays marry? The fucking apocalypse. You guys just voted in goddamn Trump for office. I'm sorry, but the fucking apocalypse is happening. It's on the motherfucking way. Get over yourselves. It's not gonna be brought on by a fucking gay wedding. And you know what? I want to see my friends get married. I want to see them be happy. I want to see everyone be happy. Because why is it up to any of us to stop that? Why do you feel like it's your job to stop people from being happy? I don't care if you think that something is a sin or if you think that it's not right. Because you're wrong. Love is beautiful, and whether or not your God is real, I feel like your God would feel the same way. Because what we need more than anything in this world is more love. more than anything. We need less lies, less hate, more love for those of every color, every religion, every sexuality, every gender. And then we bring into question things that I can't believe have ever been brought up, but tagging people due to their religion. You guys, you talk about America being the land of the free. You talk about how we're gonna make it great again. When were we great? Was it when we were oppressing the African Americans, women, the Irish, the homosexuals, the Hispanics? When were we great? Because what would make us a great country is the power of loving one another. Because that's the only thing that can get anywhere. Why do we want to change that? Why do we want to stop the love that we've put into play here? With Obama, he has brought us some beautiful things, whether you like it or not. He brought us equality. And we're going in the right direction, guys. And we took a step back with Trump, and I don't know why. And you know what? During this time, I feel like we need to put a call out to artists to release the most beautiful work you can possibly imagine. Because during these times of pain and strife, that's when really we can produce the most beautiful, heart-wrenching material. We're in for a really tough 4 years, guys. Whether you want to believe it or not. Because not only do we look weak in the eyes of all of us who thought that you were on our side, but we look weak in the eyes of all the countries who are more progressive than us, who watched us take a giant fucking leap backward. To a country that voted for a man who mocks the disabled, who sexually harasses women, who lies blatantly and says he watched as Muslims cheered and hurrahed over the fucking Twin Towers falling, which never fucking happened. And you guys think this guy's going to be a savior. And I'm not really sure how. Because honestly, I think we're heading in the direction of the fucking Hunger Games. I don't know where to go as far as mental health care. As far as healthcare goes. I think we're in trouble. I think Obama really tried. And despite that many people found their issues with Obamacare, there was a lot of lives that were saved. And when you guys think about repealing healthcare, Obamacare, ACA, I want you to think about the fact that there are now cancer patients who won't be able to afford their medication. People are going to lose their fathers, their mothers, their children, because that medication is going to skyrocket when these people lose their insurance. And sometimes I just don't feel like people think about that. Because we do get really intertwined in our own worlds. And we really find a way to completely lose ourselves and forget that there's other people who are struggling. And who you voted for, you may have voted against those people. And you know what? I have deleted people who support Trump off my friends list on Facebook, wherever. I've blocked them. I don't care. I also have friends who've voted for Trump, and the reason they're not blocked isn't just because they're my friends, but it's because they've been respectful, as some of us are mourning. And it's, I guess, I don't want to make this video go on too long. I keep taking forever on my videos, but I want to explain to those of you who think that us special snowflakes are just crying over nothing, how you survived Obama for 8 years so we can survive Trump. But Obama never came for your guns. He never came for your rights. You never lost your right to your religion. He never really hurt you at all. And so when we voted for Obama, we voted for progression, for love, and it won. And that's going to be one of the proudest moments of my entire life, is watching President Obama get elected not once, but twice. And even though we are taking a step backwards, I forgive those of you who didn't understand what you were doing. And no, I'm not trying to be stupid and apocalyptic. I'm not saying that you've caused the destruction of the free world as we know it. But what I am saying is that when you voted for Trump, you hurt a lot of your friends. And you didn't hurt us because we're special snowflakes who don't want to work, who want things for free. Because I'm sorry, guys, but we've never been given anything for free. Have you seen the state of us as millennials? We're killing ourselves. Figuratively and literally. My generation has lost so many people to suicide in such a short span. And you guys think that we're just weak, but we're strong. Because we're still fighting despite this. We're strong because we will protest. Because we will fight. We will tell you how we feel. And I'll tell you that those of you who cheered when Trump won, I wasn't mad Hillary lost. I don't love Hillary. But my heart was absolutely shattered. Because my family, my friends, my fans, you guys voted against me. You voted against a lot of us. And never, ever have I ever voted wanting to take away someone's rights like that. And it's sad that there's people that are okay with it. And they want to take away our rights. And they're happy and they cheered. And they made fun of us as we protested. But guess what? You guys voted against our right to health care, our right to marriage, our right to love, our right to choose. You voted against immigrants. You guys voted for a fucking stupid wall that you're gonna pay for. And it's not gonna stop anything because this rallying cry you guys have for the wall. You realize most illegal immigrants come in through work visas legally. So I think that, you guys have a lot of studying to do on what the fuck you're voting for before the next election. You voted for migrant workers to be removed. You voted and said that Hispanics were rapists and murderers. And it's funny because the jobs you claim they steal from you, you wouldn't work them if you could. Because they're available. There's tons of them available, guys. Please, go pick fruit. Go out to the orchards and work hours in the sun for below minimum wage. And then tell me how great these immigrants have it. Because they aren't getting welfare. They're not getting EBT. The only people who can do that are migrant workers here on a work visa. Once you're illegal, you can't do that. You need social security cards and numbers. It's not that easy. It's not even easy for a citizen to go get this. You guys are fucking delusional. And so, you voted in a man who thinks rape's okay, who thinks sexual harassment's okay. And I fear for those of you with daughters or who will have daughters. I fear for those of you who actually voted for a man who fights against the safety of your daughters, who believes not being attractive enough is grounds to not be good enough to be sexual assaulted, that it can get him off on a charge for sexual assault. You guys voted for someone who defrauded students, the same students you say are just snowflakes. The ones who can't afford our college education without going into debt. Even though you could. Even though on minimum wage you guys could buy a fucking house. But you're not watching inflation. You voted against a higher minimum wage. The higher minimum wage isn't just to do nothing, you guys. The higher minimum wage is because we're not keeping up with inflation. The jobs we're working 3 jobs to get by, to pay rent, to get health insurance, that you also want to take from us. And you know what? If you want to say I'm a special fucking snowflake, go for it. But you did hurt a lot of our feelings when you voted in favor of a man who doesn't give a shit about us. And I just want you to think about that. And most of all, fuck Trump, bitches.